Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between FC Barcelona and Real Betis. Barcelona will be visiting Real Betis in this game. If we look at the history between these two teams in the past 2 years, ever since December 4th, 2021, Barcelona have always been getting the upper hand. In their past 6 meetings, you can see that Barcelona won 5 out of those 6 meetings, and the last time Real Betis did beat Barcelona at their home was on December 4th, 2021. Hansi Flick for sure does not want to give out the first defeat after 3 years. Barcelona are going to go into this game trying to win and get 3 points. Barcelona have a huge advantage. We have seen Real Madrid fall through and fall short against Athletic Club, and even if Real Madrid do complete all their games and they match Barcelona in terms of matches played, Barcelona will still remain on top. We just have to win this game against Real Betis and continue to win until the end of this year. This is going to be a very exciting game because I know that every time we do face Real Betis, we always go over there to play real football. Real Betis are not going to be showing up, and they're not going to be playing defensive. They're not going to be playing long balls. They're not going to be playing dirty. Real Betis is almost like, I would say, FC Barcelona, but with like less quality. Real Betis have the courage to actually play football, and that is something that we always respect from Betis. I even respect Betis a lot because of how they approach their football with Pellegrini. This team is well coached, and so I do expect to see a very, very entertaining match tomorrow night. Now, if we look at their form of Real Betis have been in very poor form in La Liga. They have recently just lost against Real Sociedad 2-0, recently just lost against Valencia 4-2, they have tied against Celta Vigo 2-2, and the last time they have won a league match was back on October 27th against Atletico Madrid. So their league form has been poor. In other competitions like the Copa del Rey, the Conference League, they have been doing okay, but they can be doing so much better. And I believe that Betis are going to be facing Barcelona with a little discouragement because of their recent performances. Now, I still think that Real Betis could do some damage, even though they don't generate the most chances in the league. I believe that when they do get those chances, they can be really deadly in front of goal, because if we look at their shots on target per match, they are one of the best. They are in the top 5. They are ranked in 4th place when it comes to this stat here, with a total of 4.7 shots on target per match. And then meanwhile, you have Real Madrid and Barcelona understandably in the top 2 with 6.9 and 6.1. But Real Betis is one of the best. They also are considered to be one of the teams that miss the most big chances, and that is because when they do generate those chances, they're big chances, but unfortunately they miss them. But that is why they are ranked in 3rd place with 28 big chances missed. And then we have Barcelona and Real Madrid yet again in the top 2, with Barcelona at 40 and Real Madrid at 28. Now, to give you guys an idea on how Real Betis like to play their football, like I've said, they're not a team that just likes to have the ball and then make long passes or make crosses into the box. They want to play actual football. They want to play the 1-2 touches. It's very possession based, as you can see here on these attacking metrics. In terms of accurate long balls per match, they're not one of the best, and that is because they are not a team that likes to put out long balls. They like to keep their passes short and create a lot of 1-2 plays. And then if you look at the accurate crosses per match, once again, they don't do a lot of them. Mallorca and Getafe do a lot of accurate crosses per match because they don't have the quality to go through the middle. The Real Betis, they do, which brings me to the next phase of this video. When we look at this squad here, the Real Betis do have the quality through the middle to really make great danger and create goal-scoring chances. With Isco also returning, Real Betis are going to be very dangerous. This team ultimately does revolve around Jesus Rodriguez, Lo Celso, Abde, a previous Barcelona player, and also Vitor Roque, a player who is on loan. They also have great fullbacks like Sabali and Perun. Altimira is also a great central defensive midfielder, and so you can see that they have quality, right? It's almost like as if they had Pedri, Gavi, and Casado, but just at a lower level. And then they have Vitor Roque up top, who is trying to prove a point, which is now going to lead me towards the next conversation. Let's speak about Vitor Roque, because since we're talking about Real Betis, we're talking about Vitor Roque, and Vitor Roque is going to be facing Barcelona. I'm going to be explaining exactly what this loan deal is all about, because I believe that, a lot of you guys here are new. You guys have no idea what is the situation between Vitor Roque, Barcelona, and Real Betis, because there is still a great connection between the Brazilian player and FC Barcelona. So let me explain. First of all, Vitor Roque had a pre-match press conference, and he spoke to the media, and this is what he said: little by little, I'm adapting to Real Betis with persistence and hard work. Things work out, and now I want to score goals to help the team. I see myself scoring against FC Barcelona, God willing, because that's what we work for all week. If I score, I won't celebrate out of respect. And so first of all, bro, I do appreciate your ego. I appreciate your confidence. I like the fact that you said that you hope that you can score against FC Barcelona, because to be honest, right, because you are one of our players, I do want to see you do well. I do want to see you react. I want to see you score goals. And yes, even if it's against FC Barcelona, I want to see you score goals, maybe 1, but also for us, Barcelona, to score 5 to 6 goals back. Ultimately, I don't want to see Real Betis do well against Barcelona. I want to see Vitor Roque do well, but that's basically it, because then that does give us signs that maybe this could be the future number 9 for us, because I know that right now we are in a very difficult, awkward position, right? Barcelona are looking at Pau Victor to maybe be our number 9. We're also relying on Ferran Torres, who definitely is not going to be our number 9. Lewandowski might stay here for another year, and then we're also looking at Erling Haaland or maybe Victor Gyökeres. Vitor Roque is almost out of the picture, and yes, I know that it is embarrassing for us to spend 30 million euros on Vitor Roque, and now he is on loan, and we're looking for a different striker. But this is the time, right? Like, these are the moments where Vitor Roque needs to respond, and we want to see what can you do against us, and can you keep it consistent for the rest of the season in all competitions. And Vitor Roque so far through the season has played 18 matches total and has scored 5 goals, already an improvement of what he did previously with FC Barcelona, where he did score 2 goals. He scored 3 in La Liga, 2 in the Copa del Rey with only 2 appearances, but hasn't scored yet in the Conference League, even though he did appear in 4 matches. Looking at the season heat map, Vitor Roque is everywhere. Vitor Roque is not that, traditional number 9 that just stays in the box like Lewandowski. Vitor Roque is everywhere. He likes to combine with the 1-2s, likes to pressure. Like I have said, Pellegrini is a coach that wants all players to play beautiful football, which is why we see Vitor Roque not so stagnant. He's everywhere, and he combines with Abde, he combines with Lo Celso. The chemistry between these players is beautiful. So Vitor Roque is learning a lot as he does go out there on loan. And as you can see on the bottom here, like what we have talked about, 12 matches played total, 9 starts, an average of 63 minutes per game, 758 minutes total played, and he was involved only 1 time in terms of team of the week. Now going to his loan deal, right? Because I want to explain this in the best way possible so we can understand what is going on. So here's the loan deal. Vitor Roque is going to Real Betis on a 2-year loan. It is not just a 1-year loan like how Cancelo had it with FC Barcelona or Joao Felix had it with FC Barcelona. It is a 2-year loan. However, if Barcelona wants, they can bring him back just 1 year before, meaning they can bring him back in the summer of 2025. This does give Barcelona the flexibility to monitor his progress and decide if they want to bring him back much sooner. However, Real Betis do have a purchase option. If Betis are very satisfied with Vitor Roque and they want to keep him and they believe that he has a future with this club, Betis has an option to buy 80% of Vitor Roque's rights for 25 million euros after the loan, which is the 2-year loan in the summer of 2026. This means that if Roque does well and Betis want to keep him, they can pay this amount and own most of his rights. Barcelona also have a buyback clause. Even if Betis buys Roque, let's say it happens in the summer of 2026 or in the summer of 2025, Barcelona can still buy him back for 27.5 million euros. So no matter what, even if Vitor Roque scores 30 to 35 goals a season, we can still buy him. We can still buy him for 27.5 million euros, even though Real Betis might say in the future that he is worth 60 to 75 million euros. The buyback clause that Barcelona have put in is very important. This does allow for Barcelona to get him back if they believe that he's starting to become more valuable. So this is a huge win for Barcelona. Barcelona do not lose in this situation. Barcelona have the option to get Roque back after just 1 year if they need him, or see if he's developing well, right? And then we have the financial gain. If Betis buys Roque, Barcelona get 25 million. If they want Roque back, all they have to do is pay 27.5 million euros. So they have complete control over him. There's also the development opportunity for the player himself. Roque gets valuable playing time at Betis, like what we are seeing today. And if he performs well, once again, Barcelona can either bring him back or benefit financially if Betis decides to keep him. Hansi Flick even said during the pre-match press conference, and I quote, "I remember I spoke to Vitor Roque as soon as I arrived, and he was not happy at Barcelona. Joining Betis was the best decision possible for sure." So everything is working out very well with Vitor Roque. Hansi Flick even knew that Vitor had to go somewhere else because Hansi at that time was relying on Lewandowski, Pau Victor, and Ferran Torres. So since we are speaking about Hansi Flick and his press conference, Hansi Flick said so many things that did give us an idea of what our starting 11 is going to look like against Betis. And so this is what he stated. They are a very good team with experienced players. We already know what they're capable of. They always press high, so we do need to be careful. We must focus on our own game. Then he spoke about Rafinha and if he's going to be getting some rest. And I quote, "We need Rafinha in every game. He's a key player. He's available for 90 minutes. That's even better, but he'll play as much as he can. He'll start tomorrow, and even Lewandowski will too," which explains the reason why, like Lewandowski did not play in the previous game against Mallorca, and now we know why. It's because he wanted to rest Lewandowski for this important match against Real Betis. Now he spoke about the demands from FC Barcelona, and this is what he said, and I quote, "You know what I seek is clarity. I focus on the team. It doesn't depend on the other team. What's good is to concentrate on what we need to do. That's our method. A great match awaits us tomorrow, and we want to win it." And then he gave us one of the biggest news of today, and that is about Ronald Araujo. And Hansi Flick has said that we plan for Araujo to start in the match against Leganés. So yes, you guys heard that right. It's not being featured in the squad list or just like being there to come in for the last 20 minutes of the match. No, he's saying that Araujo is going to be ready against Leganés, which will be Barcelona's next league match. He also stated he won't travel with us tomorrow, but he will join us for Dortmund, and he might even play. I'm very happy. In today's training, we focused on preparing for tomorrow. So once again, I'm very excited. I cannot wait to see a prime defensive line line at this club, because I have been dying to see what a defensive line of Araujo, Kubarsi, and Koundé and Balde can do under Hansi. Araujo is a monster. We have to remember Araujo is probably the most athletic center back in the world, because no one is as fast as him. I even think that Araujo can play as a number 9 for any club because of how fast he is and how threatening he can be inside the box. I just cannot wait. Now, we do have some sources coming from Barcelona that have stated everything indicates that Pedri will start from the bench tomorrow. Gavi is set to start tomorrow and replace Pedri. Tony Juan Marti has also claimed that Hansi Flick has informed Ansu Fati and Eric Garcia that with the returning injured players, it will be hard for them to get minutes, opening the possibility of the two leaving in January. So one thing is for sure, Ansu Fati and Eric Garcia are not going to be getting any minutes tomorrow night. It is just not the time for them. Rafinha is ultimately like probably the best left winger in the world, and Ansu Fati has no chance. As for Eric Garcia, I have no idea where he could even play. With the amount of central defensive midfielders that we have, the amount of center backs that we have, it just seems like for these two players, it is almost over. So now this is what's going to lead us towards our predicted starting 11. So I am going to be assuming that Peña is going to be in goal. As always, Szczesny is just not going to be relied on. Hansi Flick has stated that as long as Peña is healthy, Szczesny will not play. So our backline is going to be Balde, Inigo Martinez, Kubarsi, and Jules Koundé, with our double pivot being Gavi and Casado, because this is based off what we have heard from Ferran Correas. And then our attacking four will be Lamine Yamal on the right side, Dani Olmo in the center, with Rafinha on the left wing position, and then Lewandowski up top. This is a very strong 11. I'm fully satisfied. Even if Pedri's not there, this starting 11 can still win. And I want to feel like that all the time in case any of our main players do back down and go to the bench. Like if Balde is out, I want to have a reliable left back. If Koundé is out, I want to have a reliable right back. To see that Pedri's out and we can still have reliable players through the middle like Gavi and Casado is beautiful. So we need to be like that in all positions, even in the striker position, right? When Lewandowski is not there, I want to be able to claim that we can have a reliable number 9 that can still score goals. Where it does get very murky and a little, I would say, unreliable, it is going to be the left wing position and the right wing position, because if Rafinha is not there, like I don't know who else we can put there. If Lamine Yamal is not there, we have already seen what happened. There needs to be reliable players behind this main starting 11 at all times, and hopefully Hansi Flick can work on this in the very near future. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.